Welcome to this incredible video, capturing unbelievable moments caught on camera. Can you even imagine witnessing such scenes with your own eyes? Prepare to be amazed, shocked, and inspired by the raw power of reality. Are you ready to experience the impossible? A crystal clear lake is surrounded by majestic mountains, but at its center lies a giant circular hole, like a giant straw sucking in the water relentlessly. Can you fathom such a mysterious force at work beneath the serene surface? What secrets does the lake hold? The Eiffel Tower glows brilliantly against the night sky when suddenly a bolt of lightning strikes its peak, an electrifying spectacle. Have you ever seen such a stunning clash of nature and monument? What a breathtaking, unforgettable moment caught in time. A man jumps into the river for a refreshing swim, but immediately the water around him glows with eerie blue bioluminescence. Isn't that terrifying and beautiful at once? What mysterious life could be lighting up the depths below his feet? The coastal town is blanketed under a gloomy cloud-filled sky as fierce winds bend tall trees and flutter the national flag. Can you feel the charged tension in the air? What storm might be brewing to shake this peaceful place? A dog and a woman walk across land slowly being covered by falling snowflakes, while the biting cold wind blows relentlessly. Isn't this a perfect moment of quiet companionship amid the harshness of winter? Can you feel the chill mixed with warmth? A white truck stands abandoned at an intersection left through storms and nights perhaps resting after endless work days. Can you imagine the stories it holds? What silent witness has it been to the world? Rushing past. Heavy raindrops fall onto the lake, sounding more like hard objects crashing down from the sky than gentle water. Have you ever heard rain with such force? What stories do these pounding drops tell about the storm above? A young man stops to watch a giant tree sway violently in the wind before it uproots and crashes across the road. Can you feel the power and finality of nature's will? Have you ever witnessed such a sudden end? towering strength. The rescue boat approaches a sinking, heavy ship lost in the vast ocean, racing against time to save the remaining souls before the deep swallows them whole. How desperate and heroic is this fight? Can hope prevail over the merciless sea? Changing climate drives millions of tiny crabs to scramble and crowd the road, trampling over each other chaotically. Have you ever seen such frantic life? How does nature respond when its balance is disturbed so wildly? A mountain stream cascades downwards, surrounded by winter's icy white blanket. The pristine wilderness untouched by man. Isn't this nature's purest beauty? Can you hear the peaceful murmur beneath the frost? People swim in the crystal clear sea when suddenly a dolphin darts in to greet them, inviting all to its watery home. How magical is this joyful encounter? What can we learn from these playful ambassadors of the ocean? With its colossal weight, a massive billboard is toppled by fierce wind, crashing down in the crowded town center. Have you ever seen such sudden destruction in the heart of civilization? How powerless are we when nature unleashes its fury? Raging river currents force boats and ships into chaotic collisions, pushing them toward a bridge. Can you sense the looming disaster? How quickly calm waters can become a swirling vortex of danger. A stray ball from a neighbor's yard hits the control switch of a garden vehicle, causing it to crash into everything nearby. How quickly fun can turn to chaos. Have you ever seen such innocent mischief cause a cascade of trouble? A man aims to photograph a fish on his hand, but mistakes his phone for the fish and tosses it into the sea. A hilariously foolish mistake. Haven't we all had moments of comic confusion? How often do we laugh at our own? Multiple container trucks maneuver skillfully to avoid collisions on a narrow road. Isn't this dance of giants thrilling to watch? How much skill and nerve does it take to navigate such a perilous path? A pod of whales swims gracefully in the deep blue sea, their natural beauty captivating all who see them. Can you feel the awe of witnessing such majestic creatures? What secrets do they hold in the vast ocean? A clever black cat stretches his paw through a paw-shaped hole to unlock the door and escape. Isn't this the perfect mix of intelligence and curiosity? How often do pets surprise us with their clever tricks? Unfolding before you. The white snake twists and turns with the grace of flowing water, each scale rolling smoothly on the purple velvet, alive and flexible, despite never leaving its spot. Isn't it mesmerizing how something so delicate can be so vibrant? A thick, white, viscous liquid flows down a golden dirt road like a supernatural phenomenon. What could this strange substance be? Doesn't it look like a scene from another world? A massive sinkhole opens in the road, breaking underground water pipes and swallowing trees above a man-made disaster unfolding. Can you imagine the sudden chaos caused? How fragile is the ground beneath our feet? Street food customers scramble to escape as a powerful gust blows tables and chairs everywhere. Have you ever been caught in such sudden panic? How quickly fun can turn into frenzy. A severe forest fire breaks out, and planes drop pink retardant chemicals to contain the blaze. Can you feel the desperation in this fight against nature's fury? How crucial is human intervention in these battles? Imagine a copper coffee pot gently heated in the fine sands, slowly bringing the coffee to a perfect boil. This ancient Middle Eastern brewing method has been passed down for generations. Doesn't it fill you with a sense of tradition and craftsmanship? Before your eyes, the world is blanketed in a thick layer of snow, with houses and trees is all covered as if we've traveled back to the Ice Age. Doesn't this frozen landscape evoke a feeling of awe and stillness? How humbling is it to witness nature's power to freeze time and create such a serene, cold world. The fierce wind rips through the trees, snapping branches like dry twigs with no resistance. Doesn't this remind you of the overwhelming force of nature? How delicate and powerless can something as mighty as a tree feel when nature decides to unleash its wrath? Watch as the red ship charges forward, gracefully cutting through the sea with speed and determination, overtaking the ship ahead of it. Can you feel the power and strength emanating from its sleek hull? Doesn't it remind you of how exhilarating and unstoppable raw power can feel? Sweet potatoes carefully arranged in perfect cylindrical shapes lie buried deep underground, a brilliant method for preserving food from ancient times. Doesn't this meticulous process speak to the ingenuity of past generations? And innovation. In the crowded superfast train, passengers press against each other, eager to squeeze into every available space as the staff rushes to help them get inside. Doesn't this show the sheer excitement and chaos of trying to catch a moment in time, a fast-paced race against the clock? How exhilarating and overwhelming can a simple commute feel? Watch in awe as the skilled police officer apprehends a fearsome crocodile, its sharp teeth bared and ready to strike in a residential area. How does someone find the courage to face such a dangerous predator up close? Doesn't this daring feat make you wonder how far you would go to protect those around you? A small white boat collides with a larger ship, causing unexpected damage. How fragile is the balance of the sea when something so small can disrupt the might of a massive vessel? Doesn't it remind you how quickly things can spiral out of control, even in the most unexpected situations? As the large yacht turns to change direction, it brushes against another yacht, causing the tender boats to fall. Doesn't it make you feel the overwhelming weight of carelessness in a single movement? How quickly does chaos unravel when things aren't handled with precision? A massive cargo ship only slightly nudges its bow into a concrete path, yet the damage is enough to cause it to sink into the water. Doesn't this make you realize how small actions can have huge consequences? How fragile are the mighty when something as simple as an impact can cause such devastation? Golden sunlight peeks from behind clouds, shifting unexpectedly, like an insect's leg moving in and out of sight. Isn't it strange how even the most subtle movements in nature can leave us in awe? Can you feel the mesmerizing unpredictability that surrounds us? Every day. The sun's golden halo is surrounded by a brilliant rainbow, casting a serene yet dangerous beauty as the soft rays touch everything in sight. Doesn't the contrast between beauty and danger strike you deeply? How often do we forget that even in the most beautiful moments, danger can lurk just out of sight? The patchwork road cracks and crumbles as a heavy truck rolls over it, causing the ground beneath to collapse. How quickly can something fragile give way under pressure? Doesn't this make you realize just how much we depend on the strength of our infrastructure to hold up against the weight of progress? High on the rocky cliffs, white clouds drift like delicate silk ribbons, softly caressing the mountains. Doesn't this peaceful scene remind you of the gentle power nature has to inspire serenity? How much grace and beauty can nature provide in its quietest moments? A school of stingrays glides across the vast ocean, basking in the golden sunlight that touches the water. Doesn't their peaceful, graceful movement make you feel a deep connection to the ocean's magic? How often do we forget the quiet beauty of life? Beneath the waves. In the midst of a storm, a lightning bolt strikes down repeatedly on an empty plot of land surrounded by homes. Can you feel the tension as nature's fury targets a single spot? How humbling is it to watch such raw energy manifest? So violently. Tourists gather around mesmerized by the rushing waterfall, their eyes fixed on the powerful cascade of water surrounded by jagged rocks. Doesn't this magnificent force of nature remind you of the beauty and power that flow through our world? How often do we stop to marvel at the wonders of nature? Dark clouds swirl ominously in the sky as a plane is struck by enormous bolts of lightning, lighting up the night sky. How terrifying must it be to be caught in such a storm? Doesn't this chaotic display make you realize just how fragile life can feel in the face of nature's fury? The massive ship loses control, crashing directly into a house on the beach. Can you imagine the horror and shock of such an unexpected collision? How quickly can disaster turn a peaceful moment into pure chaos? Strong winds and pouring rain tear through the trees, causing them to crash into power lines and ignite a massive fire. Doesn't the destructive force of nature leave you speechless? How suddenly can peace turn to peril when nature decides to unleash its full power? The scaffolding of a construction site tilts and collapses from a high-rise building, sending wooden beams and steel rebars spilling onto the street. Can you feel the sudden rush of danger and destruction? How quickly can stability crumble beneath our feet? A steel chunk falls from the top of a towering building, scattering pieces in every direction before it crashes to the ground. How much destruction can one small slip cause in such a towering structure? Doesn't it make you appreciate how delicate even the strongest structures can be? As the Boeing starts its journey, thick smoke rises from the engine, causing panic among passengers. Isn't it terrifying when something so catastrophic happens out of nowhere? How quickly can a journey turn into an emergency? When we least expect it. A blizzard howls, sending snowflakes flying through the air with such ferocity that walking becomes nearly impossible. Can you imagine being caught in such a force struggling against the cold and wind? How much does nature demand from us in moments of extreme weather? The muddy river carries dry branches and debris as it surges down the mountain, creating a dangerous, unstoppable flow. Doesn't the power of rushing water leave you breathless? How much force does nature possess when it decides to take what it wants? A bolt of lightning cracks open the sky, filling the night with an intense light that seems to swallow everything in its path. Can you feel the energy crackling through the air? How powerful is this lightning that can stop everything in an instant? The white cat skillfully opens its cage with its paws, a precise and practiced move. Doesn't this show how clever and quick animals can be? How many times do we underestimate the intelligence of the creatures around? Us. A black bus bursts into flames, thick smoke billowing up as the gasoline tank explodes in a fiery eruption. Doesn't the sight of such destruction leave you stunned? How often do we forget how quickly things can go from calm to catastrophe? The floodwaters surge through the streets, sweeping cars away in their powerful current. Can you imagine being helpless against such a force? Doesn't it remind you how small we can feel when nature decides to show its full might? The helicopter's blades cut through the air, slicing through palm leaves below as they spin wildly in its wake. How much power does one machine hold over nature? Doesn't this sudden interruption of peaceful life remind us how invasive and unstoppable? Technology can be? The mighty gorilla rushes forward and hugs the woman in the yellow dress, sharing a moment of affection in the park. Doesn't this powerful embrace take you by surprise? How heartwarming is it when wild creatures express such tenderness? The
Here's a handshake that breaks all stereotypes. A gentle, warm greeting between a majestic white lion and a loyal dog. It shows us that even the fiercest creatures can share friendship and kindness. Who said lions are always... Thunder cracks violently across the sky, sending fierce bolts of lightning, flashing again and again, lighting up the heavens like nature's own electric fireworks. Can you feel the raw power and intensity vibrating through the air? It's a wild, unstoppable storm show that leaves you breathless. Humans have engineered mighty machines vehicles, powerful enough to conquer muddy slopes with ease, carrying loads heavier than themselves. Isn't it incredible how innovation allows us to defy nature's obstacles? These beasts of metal are true champions. On rough terrains, from the snowy mountain peaks, a furious avalanche of pristine white snow erupts, roaring as it hurtles down the slopes. It's as if the mountain itself is unleashing its wrath with unstoppable force. Do you feel the cold fury cascading with such terrifying beauty? Behold an ancient weathered blue train gliding along its winding, curving tracks with graceful ease. This vintage locomotive, full of character and history, snakes through the landscape like a living thread, weaving stories of journeys past. Isn't there something magical about its slow, steady rhythm? This stunning arched bridge isn't just a passage for travelers, it's a masterpiece that beautifies the entire cityscape. Its elegant curves and strong design create harmony between function and artistry. Can infrastructure be art? Absolutely, and this bridge proves it. Watch this black bear treating itself to a soothing self-massage by standing tall and rubbing its broad back against a sturdy tree trunk. It's a simple yet powerful reminder that even wild creatures seek comfort and relief. How relatable is that? These waves crash with terrifying force, resembling a tsunami's furious surge as they slam onto the shore. The speed and strength of the water are overwhelming, reminding us of nature's untamed and relentless power. Could anything stand in the way of such fury? Here's a man in an orange vest, doing the humble job of trash collection. But look at him. His joy bursts through as he dances freely to his own rhythm, turning work into celebration. Isn't happiness contagious even in the most unexpected places? The green fields ripple gracefully under the caress of gentle winds, their waves flowing like delicate silk scarves fluttering in the breeze. This dance of nature's softness captivates the soul. Don't you wish you could lie down there and float away on that calm, endless sea? Witness this white cow's fierce protection as it charges aggressively to defend its owner from harm. Such loyalty and courage in an animal shows the true depth of their bond with humans. Isn't it inspiring to see love turning into fearless bravery? These birds eye a fish below, eager for a meal, yet the fish escapes their grasp, swimming away free. It's a quiet yet poignant reminder that not every hunt ends with success. Sometimes nature's prey outsmarts even the most patient predators. Isn't life full of such unpredictable moments? Without hesitation, courageous dogs plunge into the water, risking everything to save a drowning person struggling against the current. Their bravery shines bright, proving that true heroes often have 4 legs and wagging tails. How incredible is their selfless spirit! A group of people dining atop a train must quickly lie flat as the train passes under a low bridge, and it's a hilarious and tense moment of teamwork and trust, reminding us how sometimes life requires us to adapt instantly. Have you ever experienced such surprising adventures? The muscular man shows off incredible flexibility, bending and twisting his body in seemingly impossible poses. It's a celebration of strength and grace, combined, a true testament to human endurance and determination. Doesn't it make you want to push your own limits? Just before takeoff, a jet engine unleashes a fierce plume of fire roaring from its tail with raw energy. That blazing blast signals power, speed, and the thrilling promise of flight. Doesn't it make your heart race just watching it? A dog senses danger approaching a young woman sitting nearby, tirelessly signaling and pulling her away from harm. This loyal guardian's alertness and care show how deeply animals understand and protect those they love. Isn't that the purest form of friendship? Workers climb over one another with synchronized precision, forming a human chain to complete their demanding task. Their teamwork is awe-inspiring, a living symbol of cooperation and collective strength. How powerful can humanity? The chase between 2 cunning foxes and a flock of black and white ducks turns into a comical spectacle as the foxes split the ducks apart. It's nature's playful dance of predator and prey, filled with twists and humor. Who knew hunting could be this entertaining? A white truck driver accidentally crashes into a gate wall and with a sly grin speeds off to avoid responsibility. That cheeky escape might make you laugh or shake your head, but it reminds us how some moments catch us totally off guard. Can you believe his nerve? Thank you so much for watching the entire video. Your time means everything, and we hope these incredible moments inspired, amazed, and warmed your heart. Don't forget to like, share, and stay tuned for more astonishing stories that remind us how extraordinary life really is.